I'm only competing with myself here. What I'm going to articulate is entirely spontaneous. I don't want to sound, wow, wow, I look so stupid. It's almost pornographic in how perverted I can change my appearance by how much I move my hair. Man, I'm just not as smart as I want to be, but I am. I'm creative enough to disregard the kind of humiliating, the potential for humiliation. The okay, so I don't have a partner. I daydream a lot, and then sometimes I fantasize explicitly, and I guess that just culminated in me having a thought of like if I'm going out of my way to have a well-rounded identity, and I'm like financially secure, if I do kind of attract a partner, that they are themselves interesting, what's motivating them to be interesting? Because I have a very specific type of criteria as to what I consider to be interesting relative to me, and I want that to be formulaically applied to a woman. That she has resolve through acknowledging she has a conscience in which has to be cleaned constantly, by way of fully embodying the class-based society that we are enslaved in, to correctly utilize and progress through Western civilization. Not that well, I guess I am perverted, but not that I don't succumb to my perversions. I fetishize reality, and I would want the same for her. So if she's an attractive woman, most likely than not, like, she didn't have to have a personality. And I find that problematic because what I want to do, like, besides being like innately attracted to her body and like features about her that are more superficial than not, you want to be attracted to her personality because that's really what you're grabbing onto when you're holding her. So, what system is in place for a woman to develop such an understanding of themselves to become a lady? And then my approach is that there has to be a huge amount of fetishization, a huge amount of perversion, as that helps her confront the classism of our system, or even to go further, the class-based system itself of slavery. Because then we talk about having kids, or like then a group of people have kids, and like when you bring kids into the world, you have to fetishize yourself, you have to pervert yourself and your partner, because you have to do too much to safely live. There's way too much pressure against families to raise kids. And in that way, fetishizing, as I'm approaching it, is not so much sexually fetishizing, it's actually like, how can you minimize trauma through perversion to create stability and security? I don't know. Like, I have no clue. What, you guys talk to each other naked? Like, you masturbate in front of each other? Like, you read books? You, like, suck on each other's toes? I don't know. Like, buy each other flowers? Like, literally stare at her chest? Go to the gym? Like, just bonding things, but, like, how do you pull out of her? And then that's the thing, is, like, a lady isn't a prostitute, and not exactly that you want your wife to be a prostitute, but you want her to have, you want her to go to that place that I'm not even able to describe, I guess. So what am I trying to get at? She has to be able to talk to you in a really perverted way about the real world. Not so much strictly sexually, but about the real world. And so how do you do, like, so, okay, oh my fucking god. Okay, so how would you do that? You would have to create a situation where you yourself are in a group of masculinating men, where she can end up in a group of feminizing women for the sake of ultimate perversion, where the perversion is an outlook that fights against capitalism, it fights against slavery, and it gives agency to the two of you so that your love is pure, in that you're both developing strong, clear, actionable consciences that are bonding together. And in that process, yeah, that she's feminizing, she's like, her body is taking on the feminine, like she's at the correct weight where it's like the ultimate sexual perversion, but it's also like, but it's only done under circumstances that are healthy. Like, her face is the most without wrinkles, so like the most relaxed, but it's like that relaxation is in the tension of her like being in a constant state of flush. You can tell I don't think about women's psychology nearly as much as my own. Okay, that's like, who knows what I was actually trying to get at.